So we're going to take a look at greatest common factor today. That's GCF. Okay, what you're looking for here is the biggest number that goes into both of these numbers. Now this is a little bit more difficult because we're dealing with variables, but it's still the same concept as when we were working with fractions and things like that. So the biggest number that goes into 6 and 8, well, our factors of 6 are 2 and 3. Our factors of 8 are 2 and 4, or we could write that as 2, 2, 2, because 4 breaks down even more. The biggest number that goes into all of them is 2. Now I take a look at c squared and c cubed. They both have a c. I want to take the lower power. So our greatest common factor of 6c squared, 8c cubed is 2c squared. All right, next we have 9h and 3h. The biggest number that goes into 9 and 3 would be 3, and they both have an h, so 3h is the greatest common factor. For 12, 6, and 6, the biggest number that goes into 12, 6, and 6 is actually 6, because 6 goes into 6 and 6 goes into 12. We couldn't use 12 because 12 doesn't go into 6, right? We're looking for the biggest factor that can go into both of them. We have a d to the fourth, a d cubed, and a d. I want to go ahead and take the lowest power, so that's d. Okay, so that's the basics of finding the greatest common factor. Now, if we're going to, what we do in Algebra 1 is factor these things, we can take that out of both of them. We can divide both of them by that. Okay, so we have 9 and 6. The biggest number that goes into 9 and 6 would be 3. We have q cubed and q squared. I want to take out the lower power, so that's q squared. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide both of them by 3q squared. 3q squared. 9 divided by 3 is 3, and q cubed divided by q squared would just be q. 6 divided by 3 is 2, and the q squareds cancel out. When you're factoring, what you're doing is you're taking an addition or subtraction problem and you're turning it into a multiplication problem. That's what we did. 3q squared times 3q minus 2 equals that. All right, now this one has 1, 2, 3 terms, but it's the same steps. What's the biggest number that goes into 24, 6, and 6? Well, 6 goes into all of them. We have 24y to the 7th, 6, and 6, and 6. This one doesn't have a y. So that means that we can't take out a y because it wouldn't go into this one. So if you're going to take out a variable, that variable has to be in all of them. And since it's not, we can only take out a 6. I'm going to go ahead and divide by 6, divide by 6, divide by 6. 24 divided by 6 is going to be 4y to the 7th. 6 divided by 6 is going to be 1, so we have 1y squared. And 6 divided by 6 is going to be minus 1.